Mind your own affairs.
I've checked over Lillandrill from top to bottom, and there's no sign of the Court of Bedlam. I can't get the Portal Master to let me go to the college compound, though. Have you brought permission from the Proxy Queen? Good, good. I was about to turn that insignificant book dust into something small, wet, and slimy. It would have made matters worse, but it might have brightened the dark mood I've been in. Sorry, I don't mean to burden you with my troubles. No, the mission is more important than personal matters. I'm sure Lathan will turn up, eventually. In the meantime, you should talk to the Portal Master and see if she's ready to grant us access to the college. Lathan and I met when we were initiates of the Psijic Order. We fell in love and married, had a daughter. We had all the things we ever wanted. And then everything changed. After we lost our daughter, Lathan grew distant, more subdued. It happened ages ago, after a long illness. We lived on an island filled with the most accomplished sages of our age, and there was nothing that could be done. We tried. I tried. But the illness took her in the end. Lathan was never the same. No, it wasn't like that. When the Right Master first learned of the possible Daedric threat, Lathan volunteered to look into it. We both thought it would be good for Lathan to get away, give him something to occupy his time. Then he disappeared. Lathan's reports became less frequent. Then he stopped sending them altogether. I'd know if he was dead, but he could be a prisoner or hurt. My main concern right now is the threat posed by the Daedric Princes. Lathan will have to wait.
Not now, please. I really must prepare for tonight's lecture. Besides, only those with permission may enter the College of Sapiarchs. We can't have just anyone wandering around the compound. So you're the luminary the Proxy Queen wants me to treat with kid gloves. And I suppose the arrogant Psijic is with you? Oh, very well. Let's get this over with. That was you. Thanks for bringing the truth to light. I still can't believe a member of the Mages Guild could kill someone in cold blood. Haladan was an exemplary Sapiarch. He'll be interred in the Labyrinth Crypts with full honors. The compound has been purposely isolated to serve as a sanctuary and place of study. Research and scholarship require solitude and quiet, after all. We use magic to travel back and forth. I'll prepare the portal dais when you're ready to cross. Just follow me and step onto the dais. By the 7 sacred texts! Who has dared invade this place of learning?
I've got this. You talk to that Sapiarch.
This is unheard of. Attacked in our own sanctuary? This is terrible. Please excuse my present state, as I am distraught beyond all rational thought. I never imagined that Daedra would attack our compound. It's madness. Forgive my lapse in protocol. I am Elamil, Sapiarch of Daedric fallacies. Happened? Oh, it isn't over yet. There was no warning. Daedra filled the compound. So many great minds cut down. We were able to clear the courtyard, but there's more inside. I fear for the safety of the head Sapiarch and our other sages. The Crystal Tower? You need to speak to Lanatil, Sapiarch of Arcanology and head of our college. She's trapped inside with those monsters. I suggest you enter through the labyrinth beneath the compound. Just watch out for the Daedra.
According to the maps I studied, the labyrinth is this way.
I'll return to Lilondril and warn the guards.
Good idea. Perhaps I should accompany you.
There's more to this than a simple Daedric incursion. I felt a strange sensation when we arrived. A sense of urgency. We need to hurry and find the trapped Sapiarchs. Sometimes. Probably has something to do with living on a displaced island and being part of the Sijic Order. We knew the 3 Daedric princes were a threat. But this is our first clear evidence of their hostile intent.
Sorry about that. My headset was apparently unplugged, and I only just realized it. Thank you for pointing that out, because I've been talking this whole time, and yeah. So I'm really sorry about that. Do you think the Sapiarchs are still alive?
Even scholars have ways to defend themselves. Which reminds me, I can protect myself, but I'm not much good in a raging battle. I'll try to stay behind you and keep out of the way. Now, let's hurry and go save the Sapiarchs.
Yeah, so the recording missed what I said earlier then, so I'm just going to repeat. We're about 4 weeks away from Blackwood launch, so I'd like to get the Somerset main storyline finished by then. I can't believe I did that. That was so stupid. I removed the cord so I could go to the bathroom. I told myself like 3 times, don't forget to put the cord back in. What did I immediately do? Forgot to put the cord back in. Ow. But how are the 2 of you guys doing today? That's fair. I'm gonna have to do laundry sometime here in the next day or so myself.
This place is enormous.
Nice, congrats, M Sharp. Wow, I just got quite a few drops from just killing those 2 Daedra. That's fair, yeah. Especially with it being May, yeah. I always remember May being a time of, you know, rushing to get papers done, rushing to study for finals. It was always a... I always hated May back in my college days because of that. Gotta love the Psijic abilities though, they're really cool. Since most...
I'd like to explore this compound one day, when fewer Daedra are about, of course.
They're all over the place in ESO, actually. Molag Bal has quite a few of them. I think it's like just one of those things that the other Daedric princes learned how to make them too. It's not unusual for them to copy them each other, so. Heck, Molag Bal has seducers working for him, and they're usually servants of Dagon, I think, or Sheogorath. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, there's actually a quest in the base game, like the main quest, where you actually have to make your own flesh astronaut to get past a challenge. College of Sapiarchs. Yep, just like the Shivering Isles.
If I seal this place, mortal flea!
I sense this way. I sense this way. I hear voices up ahead.
No more sages need die today, Sapiarch. Just give me the diamond keys.
The resolute diamonds are not mine to give, especially not to a Daedric cultist. Lathan, stop!
Valcerin, no, damn you!
Well, Val's husband is working for the bad guys. What a twist. Let me just take your gold and what's in your stuff, and we'll deal with you in a second, Lathan. First of all, I'm just gonna take anything of value that I can find. It's a random battle axe.
You and your companion arrived in the proverbial nick of time. Now, if you wouldn't mind, Who in oblivion are you? And how did you know the College of Sapiarchs was under assault?
The Right Master of the Stygic Order sent us to warn you. The Crystal Tower has been compromised.
First, the cultist leads an army of Daedra into our compound and demands I turn over the Resolute Diamonds. Now, you arrive with a warning from the long-absent sages of Artaeum. I think you need to explain yourself before we go any further.
3 Daedric princes working with the Sea Slaves to steal the heart of transparent law.
That's impossible. We would know if the tower's defenses had been breached. But it would explain the disasters currently befalling the Somerset Isle. Let's say I believe you. What does the Right Master suggest as the next step?
The Right Master is trying to locate the heart. We need to help. We need to keep the Daedric princess out of the tower.
A reasonable plan. But access to the tower requires the Resolute Diamonds, which are guarded by the tower's sentinels. Only they can use the keys. I suppose they are the next targets. We need to warn Hanail and Imidril at the Illumination Academy.
I can go warn the tower sentinels.
We appreciate your aid in this matter. Before you head to the Illumination Academy, perhaps you can have your friend get that cultist out of my compound. As it is, it's going to take weeks to get rid of the stench of Daedra.
Tell me more about the tower sentinels.
Every 11 years, 2 Sapiarchs are selected to undergo a long and extensive ritual to attune them to the Resolute Diamonds, the keys that open the Crystal Tower. These sentinels guard the diamonds and utilize them to grant access to the tower.
No one else can use the diamonds?
The Azure Diamonds are a matched set, specifically attuned to a pair of Sapiarchs at any given time. Only an attuned sentinel can use a diamond key, and both keys are required to open the path into the tower.
Then why does the Daedric cultist want the diamonds?
Who can say how much the cultist actually knows about the diamonds and their function? The Daedric prince he serves, however, has magic enough to utilize the diamonds. That's why we must make sure the sentinels are safe and out of harm's way.
Tell me more about Hanail and Imidril.
In addition to their sentinel duties, Hanail and Imidril also serve as scholars in the College of Sapiarchs. They have research to conduct, lectures to give. For their own protection, however, their identities as sentinels are known only to a few.
So being a tower sentinel is a secret?
That's our standard practice. Difficult times call for desperate measures, however. You need to know who they are so you can find them and return them to our compound. Hanail needed to use the Academy Library, and Imidril accompanied her.
No one else? Oh, we already asked that. Okay, we're ready to move on. Well, first things first. What do you got to say for yourself, Lathan?
Tell my darling wife to release me, and I'll ask Mathala to kill you quickly when the new age dawns.
Well, somebody's drinking the Kool-Aid. So you're Valistrin's husband? Why do you serve the Daedra now?
Spinner saved me from fools and altruistic adventurers. Valstrin turned her back on me and my daughter a long time ago. Is it any wonder I've found acceptance and a purpose among the court of Bedlam?
So you betrayed the Stygic Order.
Don't presume to judge my actions, you insignificant flea. I am an earl in the court of Bedlam now, chosen personally by Mathala to represent her on this all-too-fragile world. Leave me. I'm done speaking to you now.
Let's leave these Stygics to their work. We have a college to put back together.
I can't believe I was concerned about the welfare of my husband. To find Lathan here, threatening the Sapiarchs and leading a horde of Daedra.
She sounds irate.
How could he betray the Order like that? How could he betray me?
What did you do to Lathan?
A simple spell of binding. His attention was so focused on the Sapiarchs, he wasn't prepared to deal with another Stygic mage. While you go and find the Tower Sentinels at the Illumination Academy, I'll take Lathan back to Artaeum.
You won't have any trouble getting him back to the Sijic Order.
I almost hope he gives me a little trouble. I could use a reason to unleash some pain and suffering on this turncoat. Don't worry. My spell will hold until we reach the confines of Kapora Tower.
Yep, and once he's there, he's gonna be surrounded by Sijic mages, so there ain't shit he can do. Just gonna raid some stuff. Out of my way. And I missed the turnoff. Hello, Rosendar.
You always arrive just when Raz needs you most. After Raz spoke to the pretty Sijic Oriandra, whispers reached me about the illustrious Illumination Academy. They said that the court of Bedlam hunts a Sapiarch there, so Raz had to come and see. Didn't expect to find you here helping out, though.
A hunted Sapiarch, that must be one of the Tower Sentinels. I came here to find them.
So the Crystal Tower really is in danger. This one finds that so hard to believe. The Crystal Tower, it's a bastion, a symbol of everything the High Elves hold dear. The Queen would be very cross with Raz if anything bad happened to the tower.
There are two Sapiarchs. They guard the diamond keys that can open the Crystal Tower.
Now Raz sees why the Court of Bedlam seeks these particular sages. Very well. No need to twist this one's tail. Raz will help you save the Sapiarchs from the demented Daedric cultists. Let's look in the guest wing on the west side of the compound.
Lead the way.
This way. Follow Raz.
Wonder how they're doing since they got returned back to normal. It's been a couple weeks since we saved them from pretending to be characters in stories.
New arrivals? I wasn't told to expect any students or scholars today. Sorry, they usually let me know when new academics are going to arrive. I'm sure I can find a way to squeeze you in someplace. How long do you plan on staying?
No, I'm looking for a couple of Sapiarchs, Hanil and Imdural. Are they here at the academy?
Sure. They arrived a few days ago, but only Sapiarch Hanil stayed. She's working on a book of some sort. I think that's what she told me. Don't know where the other one scampered off to. She hasn't been back to her room in quite a while, though.
Do you think she left the academy compound?
Wouldn't think so. She left all her things in her room. Notes, valuable tomes. Not the sorts of items a sage would leave behind. Maybe she just got caught up in the nonsense outside. You can examine her room if you like. It's right over there.
Sapiarch Imdural, I think your decision to leave the academy and go to the ancient ruins was the right call. Something isn't right here, though I can't quite determine what that may be. I prefer to disappear into academy books for days on end. I expect to spend a great deal of time hiding in the library's quiet study room. I feel so much safer within its comfortable confines. Let me tell you how I plan to organize my research. I'll start by reviewing Telengier's musings about the Slode. Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. The last time we met for dinner, he seemed put off that I could not recall every line of his writings. Tellinger. Yeah, Tellinger's a bit of a character. Second, I'm thinking of rereading the Imperial Graphical Society Treasury on Sea Elves. The Academy's library is quite extensive. So we have Slode and then Sea Elves. Third, I've been meaning to read the Mage's Guild description of our esteemed college. I expect to find it full of errors and slights, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Finally, I believe some light reading is in order, something just for pleasure instead of research. Maybe the fourth volume in the Dark Elf Year 2920 series. You know, I know you look down upon the work, but it's so well written. I may try that technique made popular by the Sapiarch of foreign literature. She's an odd one, but I've always been intrigued by the idea of placing books on consecutive podiums and reading them at the same time. Shifting from one podium to the next as the subject matter calls to you. I'll let you know how the method works. Hynenil. Rosendar?
The Sapiarch's letter. She's hidden a coded message in the words. Raz has seen this done before.
The code, can you figure it out?
Hanil mentions something isn't right here. That she plans to hide in a quiet room. Very smart. It seems the Sapiarch knows that someone is hunting her. The list of specific books in a specific order, though. That's the key, Raz thinks.
So we need to find the books that Hanil mentioned.
We need to find the books and the podiums. If Raz has deciphered the meaning of her code correctly, let's hope we can find her before the Court of Bedlam does.
Occultists led a Daedric assault on the College of Sapiarchs. That's where I was before coming here.
That is disturbing news. The Queen hates Daedric machinations, especially the most overt ones. Let us hurry and try to find the Sapiarch.
How are you doing today, Joe? Oh, hey, looky here. Investigator Vell. Routine of Shambles, Part 3. Investigator Vel tapped her foot impatiently, waiting for the High Elf to finish translating the sheet of parchment she removed from the old bookshop. Zakara gave her a look, but she ignored him and tapped even more ferociously. Garadil, Assistant Sapiarch of Daedric Studies, leaned back and rubbed his eyes. You were right to bring this to me, Agent Please, my friend, Zakara interrupted, noticing how Vel raised an eyebrow when Garadil addressed him. We're all friends here. There's no need for it to be so formal. Just call me Zakara. Or Zaraka? Or Zar, if you prefer. No, there's only one Zar, and it's not you. Nice. Good luck with that, Joe. There's only one Zar, and it's not you, and that's Kunzanri. The names are permanent members of High Elf Society, each linked to a specific location in Somerset, Girdell explained. As for the Daedric symbols, they revere 3 different Daedric princes and refer to powerful relics I assume are somehow related to the people and places. It's really quite fascinating. Where did you say you got this? We didn't, Vel said, scooping at the parchment as she turned to leave. Where are you going in such a rush, pretty lady? Zaraka asked as he stood to accompany her. Zaraki. Okay. I don't think a simple Khajiit clother would care about my business, Vel said lightly. But I wouldn't turn down the help of Agent... Is he perhaps... Oh, that's supposed to be Razumdar. Oh, poor Roz. He's standing right next to us while we're reading a book that has bastardized his name. That's supposed to be Razumdar. They changed the order of the words around, of the letters around, and then changed the U to an I. So instead of Razumdar, it's what? Who said this one isn't? Zar sputtered. Then he said quietly, "When did you figure it out?" Really, Zar? Vel teased. The tales of Zaraki Dar, ear of the Queen, has reached even High Rock's less civilized shores. I knew that it was you the moment I laid eyes on your tawny, furry, well-rounded head. Well, maybe the second moment. Now let's go stop the routine of shambles. Oh, that's supposed to be the Court of Bedlam. Oh my goodness. This is like an actual parody of what we're doing right this moment. How in the world is this possible? People always tell Zar how much they appreciate his furry, well-rounded head. Zaraki mused as he hurried to catch up with Investigator Vel. As they walked side by side, they didn't see the tiny spider clinging to the back of Vel's long coat. How much longer is this? No, I'm sorry, there's just too much here to read through the whole thing. Here, what I'll do is I'll flip through it a little slower, and if you want, you can go back on the YouTube video and pause between the pages and read it for yourselves. But it's too long for me to read the whole thing. We'll spend too much time reading this if I read through every single line of the, There we go. Poor Razumdar. Look at him. He feels... I'm sorry, Razumdar. Are you upset that what they did to you? They did Razumdar a dirty. And there's apparently 2 other parts to that story. I wonder if you can actually find those parts, or if they're just like, I wonder if they might just be like, it might just be named Part 3 and there's no other parts to it, but there might be all 3 parts to the Investigator Vel book. I wonder if you can get the Investigator Vel books for the, I wonder if you can get the Investigator Vel books for your player house. I'll have to look it up, because I know some of the books are collectibles. Okay, that's the 4th book, and the Malamur is the 2nd. The Slode is the 1st. And Sages of the Crystal Tower is 3rd. Okay. Okay, so number 1. It's going to be the Slode. Number 2. The Malamur. Number 3, Sages of the Crystal Tower. And number 4 is the year 2920. There we go.
Vanishing bookcase. Raz likes this clever sage.
My illusion spell. Who are you? If you're the person that's been following me, I warn you, I'll scream.
Sapiarch Laurentil sent me to find you in the other tower sentinel.
I knew I wasn't imagining things. I told Imidril that we were being followed. If the head of the College of Sapiarch sent you and told you we guarded the Resolute Diamonds, it must be a serious matter. Something involving the other alliances?
Daedric Princes, actually. Where can I find Imidril?
Daedric Princes, you say? As in more than one? Doesn't sound very good. Imidril went to King's Haven, not too far from here. The old ruins. He loves to poke around in that place every chance he gets. But I'm still a bit confused.
I'll go to King's Haven and check on the Sapiarch.
Raz will explain things to the pretty Sapiarch and make sure she returns safely to Lilandril. You go find the one in the ruins.
With a bed right there, how convenient. Yeah. But Rozendar's Jedi mind crits, huh? That's pretty cool. Rozendar's never been confirmed to actually sleep with any of the characters in the game, so, I mean, we don't know how lucky he's gonna get. Oh dear. Hey, somebody take care of that bot, please.
Come on, you filthy...
And that one as well.
Goblin. You're the first thing I've encountered that isn't a slavering beast.
Thank you, Joe.
Or drooling savage. Begs the question, what you're doing out here. Did that idiot Medze send you?
No, who is Medias?
The fool I followed out here. I lost track of him after these wretched goblins stole my pack. Hopefully he can manage not to get himself killed long enough for me to recover our notes.
Why are the notes so important?
They're research for Medze's recital at the Illumination Academy. I've been transcribing them for weeks. The goblins tossed them all over. Not big readers, I guess. But this tribe is bigger than I thought.
I can recover your notes.
What are you? Some sort of saint sent to deliver me from digging through Maluk's squalor? Well, 2 searchers are better than 1. We'll meet near the eastern exit of the Coral Splitter Caves, not too far from safety. Watch yourself.
Could you tell me more about what happened, what you're doing out here? Or can you tell me more about exactly what you're doing out here?
I could, but I don't know why you'd want to know. You're doing me a favor, so go on and ask.
What's your relationship to Medez?
Officially, scribe. Unofficially, nanny. The man's got all the good sense of a swaddled babe. I've had the thankless task of saving him from himself ever since we arrived from Sentinel.
What are these notes for exactly?
Some epic about the great battles between the High Elves and the Goblins that Medze plans to perform at the Illumination Academy. I'll admit, sounded much more intriguing before I had to listen to Medze ramble on about it for weeks.
Why are you willing to risk your life for these notes?
It's either find these notes or start from scratch. And if you just spent the past few weeks fumbling through these crags with Medze, you wouldn't be asking me that.
I understand completely, and don't worry, I will find the notes for you. Sounds like an elf we know. Yes. He does indeed sound a lot like Narcissus Dren, doesn't he? I'm honestly surprised they didn't just use Narcissus Dren for this. Okay, well that's where we need to go for the quest. We'll pop in there in just a second. No, they beat us to the punch. Servants of Mephala. Oh dear. Alright, that's the way you want to play this, huh?
You won't get past my splendid wed mortal! Time! Too late! The mistress has already claimed her prize!
No, 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 we have to save him.
Don't let it take me! No worries, I've got you.
Darian!
You there!
Oops.
Burn the webs! Quickly! Quickly!
Golden Knight, I mean. Totally not Darian. Don't get so close.
Damn webbing. It's in all my nooks and crannies. Thanks for helping, though.
Dumbass.
No! Save the Dawnstar gem!
Dumbass.
The spider poison, it's spreading fast. Take this. Resolute diamond.
You'll find out here really soon. They'll explain more in the next quest. But he's been showing up throughout this entire story. He's been flashing in and out. He showed up during one of the last missions to burn away Mephala webs. So yeah, you're about ready to find out all you want to know about the Golden Knight. I'll protect the diamond. Sapiarch Lernil sent me to find you. Hernil is safe.
Then you know we're Tower Sentinels. Guardians of the Diamond Keys that open the Crystal Tower. Please, make sure my diamond remains safe.
What happened to the Golden Knight?
Mephala, Prince of the Secret Arts. She sought my diamond, but also seemed very interested in the Golden Knight. I fear she's taken him to the Spiral Skein.
Rest easy, Tower Sentinel.
Tell her, Niall, I'm sorry.
Alright.
The Right Master needs you back in Artaeum immediately.
Well,
Find him in Kapora Tower as soon as you can.
I got some more work to do, Val, but when I'm finished with that work, I will return to Artaeum. We're going to finish out this delve before we go back. Doesn't look like the Investigator Veil books are obtainable for your player house, which is unfortunate, but let's go take down the boss real quick. That is, the boss is up. The boss is up, yes. Alright, I'm just going to get that last note, and then we're good to go. Kinghaven Pass Explorer obtained. That's just 3 delves left to do. One of them we're going to do for the main story, and the other one is... What's the other one? There's one for the story. There's Trader's Vault. Where's the other delve? Hold on. Oh, I know that one. That's the one we're gonna have to go to do the dueling one, the dueling quest. Okay, that's what that one is. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall! No! Oh, I survived. Never mind. I thought I was dead. Keep up with me if you can, losers. Yep, here it is, right over here. Alright, now we just have to go talk to the person in question. My drops turned off. My drops are turned off, huh? I wonder why my drops are turned off. Oh great, my which mother's button brew wore off.
I don't know how much longer I can hide out here. Give me some good news.
On your notes.
That's the last of them. I'm not going to give you some my savior routine, but thanks. This is not how I plan to die. Do me one last favor. It's a small one. Would you deliver those papers to Medze and tell him I quit?
You're abandoning him?
Look, I've had enough of Medze. Humming, the whistling, the constant attempts at rhyming. I'm not completely heartless. That's everything I cataloged on this misbegotten adventure. With it, he can finish his research.
Alright, I'll bring the notes to him.
Naliara, stay strong. Your salvation is at hand. Though, if you could call out, that would be helpful.
He's coming. I'm gone.
He's coming, I'm gone. She wants nothing to do with him.
I finally girded myself with the courage of my forefathers. I'm prepared to add my deeds to theirs, even if it means entering oblivion itself. I will find Naliara. You, haven't seen her, have you?
You must be Medez. Naliara's fine, but she quit.
Naliara quit? Oh, I suppose I cannot fault her. Capture by vile goblins was simply too much for her delicate spirit.
Delicate spirit.
But without her records of my spontaneous, inspired verse, my recital is doomed.
Actually, I have all your notes here.
Oh, well, that's great. I nearly have everything I need to complete my epic of the war fought between the goblins and high elves here. All that's left is for me to uncover the site of their most pivotal battle. Come, let's make history!
Hold on, I think you're getting ahead of yourself.
I mean, I just assumed since Naliara entrusted you with her notes, you were taking over her duties. You don't want to uncover a once-in-a-lifetime discovery? I have a generous stipend from the Illumination Academy to complete my work.
Alright, I'll help you finish your epic.
The site is close. I just know it. Dramatic instinct. My antiquated directions said the entrance would be where two falls meet stone. Sounds more like an uncomfortable pratfall than landmark, but my guess is the site is near water.
Could I just blindfold him, turn him around 3 times, and then run away really fast? Would that be wrong? Who are you?
You must not frequent Daggerfall, friend. I am Medze the Maestro, king of singers, serenader of kings. I've performed songs of Sentinel at court thrice now. And I'm soon to be an honored guest performer at the Illumination Academy.
Why are you trying to make a record of the battles that occurred here?
Well, there's a story there. You see, in light of the Queen's decree, the Illumination Academy has been inviting guest performers from all across Tamriel for their latest conclave. And, of course, I received an invitation, so I hopped on the first boat.
What's that have to do with goblins?
I was getting to that. The subject of my recital is a fresh epic of their ancient conflict with the goblins of these hills. I didn't want to just regurgitate tired verse to the world's premier scholars. I need real inspiration to impress that crowd.
Why did the Academy invite you?
You must not frequent Daggerfall.
Oh, already did that.
All the stories of Somerset describe it as an idyllic place of wonder and beauty. I'll admit it's been a much less comfortable trek than I anticipated when we struck out. But who could have expected marauding goblins in such civilized lands?
But I thought you were taking records of wars between high elves and goblins.
Yes, but I didn't expect there to be live goblins. All the histories I've read say they were thoroughly vanquished. But it seems their tribes were not entirely pacified. Quite the oversight, if you ask me.
Uh-huh. Alright, let's go find this site.
answers must lie in these ruins. Oh, Naliara, if only you'd waited. Hurry, let us claim the prize.
We've secured outgoing trade agreements with the nearby tribe in the region, with nearly every tribe in the region. The bounties of the sea have provided most appealing to these landlocked peoples, but textiles and tools are also in steady demand. In exchange, we receive the fruits of their hunting and trapping. These tribes are adept at capturing and even taming the walwas and griffins that populate the area. Even so, we benefit more from bartering from the unrefined ore, being extracted from the caverns that wind through these hills. The locals don't hold it in high value and seem to prefer to trade the raw ore for our refined goods.
Some kind of trade ledger? Oh, how mundane. It seems like the elves who built this place engaged in deals with goblins. That can't be right, can it?
It could if the goblins used to be more intelligent at one time, like the Falmer were. The east-west passage to the hills would make an excellent outpost settlement. It's not only the most direct travel route through the hills to the north, but it's also highly defensible due to the lay of the land and its deep network of caverns. Despite the rocky terrain, the land is fertile and natural streams feed into the area from a source higher in the hills. Unfortunately, the region is occupied at least one tribe of native inhabitants. They are a primitive agrarian society who cultivate vegetation and hunt wildlife found within the region. They also appear to work the stone for ore, though their ability to work it is rudimentary. These people do not appear to be hostile to outsiders, as we observe members of the tribe engage in changing goods, either as offerings or in trade. However, should they become our enemies, they would be at a sizable disadvantage in a siege. Fortunately, their single source of fresh water provides an alternative to direct assault. Oh no.
This looks like scouting reports. Land surveys, goblin settlements. Why was the water source of such interest to them?
I've got a bad feeling about this. Let's read this last one. Our outpost is thriving within the east-west passage. The native inhabitants seem fascinated with our building techniques, but have otherwise kept to their own settlements. We have brokered peaceful passage for our travelers through the territories of the native inhabitants, shaving incredible time off trade routes from Korgrad to Shimmerine. The king is concerned about leaving such an important strategic location occupied by those who have not sworn fealty to the crown. A fair concern, but we have begun negotiations for the acquisition of the remaining territory within with the tribes. The east-west passage is easily demarcated by natural boundaries, but the expansiveness of the underground networks has not been assessed. This may explain the reluctance of the inhabitants to accept the price we've offered for the land. In light of this, the king has generally offered the crags to the east as acceptable for resettlement. The tribal chiefs have agreed to confer on this new proposal, but the sovereign's patience is not infinite.
These look like plans for resettlement. Elven and goblin. They were proposing a land trade with the tribes. It seems the offer was refused. Oh gods, this is terrible. This adventure truly is a tragedy. I can't use any of this.
What do you mean?
These tablets show the goblins weren't always viciously territorial. Elves and goblins coexisted, traded, until the elves wanted King's Haven Pass badly enough to betray that trust. It flies in the face of every existing account of this region.
Didn't you want to reveal the untold story?
I sought a subject for heroic composition. There is no truthful recounting of this history that would flatter the elves. Sing the truth, and my patrons will loathe me. Sing a lie, and my artistic integrity dies.
Alright, we have a choice, everyone. We can say the truth should be heard. You could give a voice to the voiceless. Or, I wouldn't stake my career on something this controversial. To be fair, he is kind of like Narcissus Dren, so take that into account when you make your decision, because we've screwed Narcissus Dren over on more than a couple of occasions. Give it until it hits the 7-minute mark. If nobody responds by then, we'll go ahead and move on. So, Got one vote for the truth. Okay, so that's 2 for truth. Give it another little bit, see if anyone else in the chat wants to vote. If not, we'll go ahead and vote. Not much of a career to stake. All right, I think that's good. So the truth should be heard. You can you could give a voice to the voiceless.
It's what a noble hero would do, isn't it? Self-sacrifice for the sake of the downtrodden is practically obligatory. If I don't make it back to Daggerfall, carry on my tale. Don't let my beautiful voice be silenced.
Best of luck with your performance.
You've been an able guide to heroism, keeping me on the righteous road in the face of adversity. When I sing of the divine messenger who sent me on this path, know that it's your praises I sing. Oh, I like that.
I mean, at least he's giving me the due credit that I deserve.
Time has come for me to unsheath the quill of justice and cut an inky swath through centuries of lies. And probably book passage back to Daggerfall well in advance.
You think it'll be that bad?
Even if I'm not bludgeoned off stage by thick volumes, I'm told the Divine Prosecution is very particular about the verbiage used to present the truth. I'd prefer to receive their critiques by mail.
No, I understand that completely. Alright, we're out of here. Nope, even further. Artaeum. But at least he's actually willing to give us the credit we're due, despite Narcissus Dren saying, "Yeah, sure, I'll put your name down in my book," and then he specifically doesn't put your name in his book, even if you do things the nice way. It's like, it doesn't make doing things the nice way even worth doing at that point. He's arrogant, but at least he isn't stupid. I mean, that's a fair statement. Hello, my friend. Thank you. Yep, we're doing Sky Shards and Northern Elsewhere tonight. Right, Master, I have returned.
Thank you for returning so promptly. Before we get to other matters, tell me about your search for the Tower Sentinels. Valcerin recounted the events at the College of Sapiox after she returned with Lathan. But I'm eager to hear your report.
One of the Sentinels is under the protection of Razumdar. The other one was slain by Mephala.
Mephala, curse her name. Along with her cohorts, Clavicus Vile and Nocturnal, she corrupted Lathan and threatens all of Nirn. But the Sapiox no longer have an attuned pair of key bearers. That will make it harder to access the Crystal Tower.
Mephala dragged the Golden Knight into her realm after he dropped this gem.
That Golden Knight is one of Meridia's champions, I believe. It seems that one Daedric prince is trying to help us. That gem is the Dawn Star, from the Dawnbreaker sword. Why take the knight prisoner, though? What are the princes playing at here?
You said it'd be harder to access the Crystal Tower now?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Without 2 attuned tower sentinels, the Sapiarchs can't use the diamond keys to open the way to the Crystal Tower. The attuning process usually takes a year and a day, and I have no idea if they can hasten the process.
Yeah, so I'm not going to ask who Meridia is again. My character is very insightful of who Meridia is. He fought beside Meridia during the Battle of Cold Harbor. So yeah, that's I'm not going to ask that question. Sorry. Let's talk about the matter you summoned me to discuss.
It involves my missing memories. I've recalled an important detail, and I need to show it to you. For now, let me compensate you for your efforts so far. I appreciate your help in all this. While you were gone, I have been scrying through my own memories, trying to find the missing events that will remind me where I hid the heart of transparent law. I believe I have discovered something significant.
You remember where you hid the heart of transparent law?
Not exactly. While scrying through my memories, I saw half-formed thoughts and splintered recollections. I saw myself enter the dreaming cave beneath Kapora Tower, and I held the heart of transparent law in my hands.
Tell me everything you remember.
I opened a portal, but I can't recall where it went. Something intentionally blocked the destination from my sight. I entered the portal, and time passed. Then I was back in the cave, and the heart was gone. Will you accompany me to the Dreaming Cave?
I'll meet you in the Dreaming Cave.
The answer to where I hid the heart of transparent law resides in the Dreaming Cave. Or, more precisely, through the portal I opened and once traversed. But therein lies the problem. It's best if I showed you. Meet me in the cave beneath this tower.
Tell me more about the Dreaming Cave.
The Dreaming Cave lies beneath Kapora Tower, where the various threads of magicka and other energies come together and pool like water running down a chain. Trained Psijics can use that energy to open portals to anywhere in Oblivion and beyond.
So you opened a portal to the Oblivion realm?
Perhaps. I honestly can't remember. If not for the success of my scrying spell, even this minor memory would still elude me. There's more to explain, but words fail me. I'll show you what I mean when we go down to the Dreaming Cave.
What was that projection you were looking at?
Just the result of my scrying spell. It allowed me to project images from my mind for further study, to look for details my memory alone may have missed. I watched one particular sequence over and over. The one where I took the heart into the cave.
That's how you remembered using the Dreaming Cave to hide the heart.
As I explained, the scrying allowed me to see myself take the heart into the Dreaming Cave, to watch as I opened a portal and stepped inside. Then the image faltered and skipped a beat. It ended with me back in the cave, but the heart was gone.
Where's Valistrin right now?
Valcerin refuses to leave Lathan's side. She's trying to get him to explain how he could forsake our order and pledge himself to a Daedric prince. I hope she can see her way through this. We're going to need her before all is said and done.
What happened between Valistrin and Lathan?
That's not my tale to tell. They both rose through the ranks of our order together. Fell in love, had a child. The rest, well, that's personal. I still find it difficult to believe that the Lathan I know could betray us.
All right. I shall be right back. I returned. Sorry for that. The Dreaming Cave. We're going to be coming through here quite a bit. Oh, well, this doesn't look good. I'm pretty sure this isn't right.
Dreaming Cave. Here we can open paths to other realms. This particular path is blocked by Daedric magic. I have an idea, though. Take the Dawnstar gem from your pack and hold it up to the barrier. Just as I surmised, the barrier, it withdraws from the Dawnstar's power.
But it's not enough.
Dawnbreaker's gem contains a portion of Meridia's power, but on its own it isn't strong enough to dispel this barrier. We need to find the Dawnbreaker's sword and make it whole once more.
But the sword and the Golden Knight were pulled into Mephalah's realm.
We know that at least one Daedric prince has attempted to help us against the triad of Vile, Mephalah, and Nocturnal. I think it's time to approach Meridia and solicit her help in this endeavor.
How can we get in contact with a Daedric prince?
We need to locate a true believer, one of Meridia's cultists. If anyone can direct us toward Daedric activity on Somerset, it's Lathan. Talk to Lathan. See if you can convince him to help us find one of Meridia's priests.
Why can't we use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia?
As we've seen, the triad of Daedric princes was able to interfere with the Golden Knight's efforts to reach us. If I attempt to use the Dreaming Cave to contact Meridia, chances are they'll notice and stop us. We can't risk tipping our hand just yet.
And that barrier blocks access to the portal anyways, right?
The barrier doesn't block every possible path, only the one that I saw in my scried memory, the path that leads to where I hid the heart of transparent law. As Katora's magic continues to fade, I believe my memories will return in time.
What about the other sea slopes? Can't the Abyssal Cabal replace Katora's magic?
I don't think so. Each member of the Cabal possesses a unique talent. Katora dealt in mind magic. When you killed him, that magic was lost to the Cabal. No. Now we must concern ourselves with the triad of Daedric princes.
Where can I find Lathan?
Just as you were attuned so you could travel to and from Artaeum, we use the same magic to prevent Lathan from leaving the island. He is free to wander where he will, but he can't leave. I believe he's outside, talking to Valkyrie.
Do you really think Lathan will help us?
Lathan was a good man. I have to believe he still is, despite pledging his allegiance to Mephalah and the Court of Bedlam. Besides, we need to contact Meridia. He's our best chance for getting in touch with one of her priests.
And I'm not going to ask that question again. The triad has been drilled into our heads multiple times over the past several weeks. Mephalah, Calamitious Vile, and Nocturnal. All three of them are Daedric princes that anyone should be intimately aware of, having played any Elder Scrolls games. So.
I never planned to come back here. The memories are painful.
I still can't believe I had to find you and drag you back. Was our time together really so terrible?
You still don't understand. Our daughter will never again see this view, or hold my hand, or anything. I suppose it's too much for a prisoner to expect a few moments of solitude with his thoughts. Ah, well. So, what can I do for you? Has the Right Master sent you to interrogate me? Doesn't he trust my wife's talents in that regard?
Is there a Meridia cult on Somerset?
What a curious question. Do you actually believe that all Daedric cultists know each other? I hate to disappoint you, we don't. Although I can tell you that there are a lot fewer of the Lady of Life's followers now than there were before.
What do you mean by that?
The Court of Bedlam has been actively eliminating the competition, as it were. Oh, I wasn't personally involved, But I have it on good authority that the Meridia shrine hidden to the north of Shimmerine has been disposed of.
The court of Bedlam killed all the Meridia's followers in Somerset?
All? Who can say? I imagine that one or two of them scurried down a dark hole before the blade fell. Like rats, her followers are. I believe I have said everything I'm going to on this subject. Now shove off.
I guess I could go search around to the north of Shimmerine.
That sounds... Razumdar has been investigated. Razumdar has been investigating Daedric activity across Somerset. He's your best chance for finding a follower of Meridia, despite what Lathan has intimated.
Do you know where Razumdar is?
When last we checked, the Eye of the Queen was in Shimmerine, conducting his own investigation into the Court of Bedlam and other Daedric activity. If anyone in Somerset can point you to a priest of Meridia, it's Razumdar.
Alright, we're gonna go find Razumdar in that case. Oh, cool. I just got money from stuff that I sold. Sweet. Oh yeah, I've needed to skim some of Reewish's funds off, so...
If the Queen's Eye wants to chase his own tail by following skeever scribblings, fine by me. Anything to keep him out of our business.
Step away from that scribble, newcomer.
Take a breath, Bailiff. It's just a scribble, not one of Razumdar's conspiracies.
Well...
Only one of the lesser races would deface a beautiful wall like that. I mean no disrespect, but my statement rings true. Razumdar claims the scribble contains a message of some sort, but I just don't see it.
Do you know where I can find Razumdar?
The cat mentioned he was working with a newcomer. But if you ask me about Daedra, I'll toss you down a pit. As I told Razumdar, Somerset banished Daedric cults centuries ago. Our biggest problem right now concerns these wall scribblers.
I'll pay for someone to clean this up if you'll tell me where to find Raz.
Is this a bribe? You know what? Just give it here. The cat thinks the scribbles lead somewhere. Follow the nose. Those were his last words before he darted off. At least, I think that's what he said.
Alright, let's follow the nose. So the nose is pointing this way. And there's another one pointing this way. Oh, and look, there's another one pointing this way. Yeah, I can see why the High Elves wouldn't be happy about this. This is like...
Raz doesn't care who you worship. He just wants to know if your cult was attacked recently.
Perriite would welcome you. Our prince accepts all kinds. And you'd be our first Khajiit.
You'd be our first anything, actually.
Perriite.
Five Claw, you have the happy ability to know where to find Raz when Raz has need of you. Getting information out of these Perriite idiots is like squeezing milk from a stone. This is why Raz hates dealing with Daedric cults.
Roz, in your investigation to the cults, did you happen to find one devoted to Meridia?
Interesting question. Raz has learned that the court of Bedlam has been attacking the cults of other princes, including those devoted to Meridia and Azura. Now, usually if crazy cultists kill each other, it's good for Somerset. But this feels wrong.
I need to talk to a priest of Meridia.
You do? Well, Raz trusts you. So I can tell you about an old friend who attends Meridia ceremonies in the Etonir Grotto. Raz doesn't approve, but it's her life, yes? This one will make contact and meet you outside Etonir.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
Raz was planning to head up north to Etonir after talking to these Periite imbeciles anyway, to check on his old friend. The court of Bedlam's attacks on the other cults were particularly vicious, and this one worries so.
Oh, I bet Azura is in an absolute frenzy right now. She does not like it when people kill her followers. The Sijics captured a Melfala cultist. He says the princes are at war.
War? That would explain the attacks. Raz isn't an expert on Daedric cults, but this doesn't sound like their usual behavior. This one thought they just sort of left each other alone.
The court of Bedlam may have wiped out Meridia's cult with its attack.
That's a terrible thing to say. No, Raz refuses to believe it. Raz's friend is a survivor. She's going to be all right. This one will go and make contact. Make sure she's fine. Then we'll meet you outside Etonir.
Before I go, have you learned anything else about the court of Bedlam?
Raz hears things. He heard about the attacks on the rival cults. He heard that the court consists of followers of 3 different princes. And he heard that even though the High Elves constitute the majority of the court's members, there is one Dark Elf.
One Dark Elf, is that significant?
A single Dark Elf among a group of High Elves? Seems significant to Raz. Besides, everyone seems to fear her, but this one could not dig up any details. We should keep an eye out for this Dark Elf, yes?
Very well, Razumdar. Joe, you may want to mark down about the Dark Elf for later, because this is something you might remember when we finally get to it. Look at him dance! Look at him go! Woo! I don't have any of my dancing on here. Oh, they stopped dancing. Oh, she stopped dancing. Dog. We are here at Shimmerine.
I expected more from you, even if you are a novice.
This is absurd.
What did I sponsor you
No
for?
one can meet these standards, not even you.
Where's the argument going on at? That's weird. Eton Grotto.
Over here, Five Claw. This is Raz's old friend, Sadarado.
Hold on, I gotta take care of these coral spitters real quick.
May Meridia's light shine upon you. Raz told me you need to contact my prince. With the recent attacks, however, I need to ask you what your interest in Meridia happens to be.
We need Meridia's help to recover and repair the Dawnbreaker sword.
Meridia's Sword of Light? I'm not sure I understand. Even if I wanted to help you, my efforts would probably be in vain. My prince doesn't speak to just any mortal. The leader of our sect had Meridia's ear, but he was caught in a recent attack.
Meridia aided me in the past. She'll remember me.
My prince blessed you with her presence. That's a story I'd love to hear sometime. For now, I'll do my best to help you, but the path to the shrine will be hazardous. Mephila's creatures still roam the area, feasting on my brothers and sisters.
Tell me more. Tell me how to reach the shrine.
Enter the grotto and look for our camp. Meridia's shrine looms over the area. Raz will accompany me and will enter via a side tunnel. I don't want you to have to worry about me while you're defending yourself against those creatures.
I'll meet you at the Meridia shrine.
Raz thinks this is a bad idea, Sadara.
I want to help Raz. Maybe this is the reason Meridia allowed me to escape when the rest of my sect was attacked.
Alright, I'm heading in. The gleaming city of Cloudrest crowns the Eton Ner Mastiff, the greatest mountain on Somerset Isle, but dark rumors say the mountain's greatest treasure lies within.
I knew I shouldn't have let her go in. Idiot.
Hello, Brother Argonian.
Wouldn't go any deeper if I were you, sap friend. Darkness crawls along the walls of Eton Ner. Only thing you'll find here is an ugly death. That and the corpse of my former apprentice, most likely.
What happened to your apprentice?
No idea. Erothal asked to take the lead, and I obligingly took a nap. Didn't think it would be any trouble, even for a lackwit like her. Sneak past some cultists, grab the tokens, get out clean. Easy. But now, the place is swarming with Daedra.
So you think Erotil is dead?
Well, she's certainly missing, and I'm not risking my scaly hide going in to find her. You look scrappy enough. If you can grab those tokens and what's left of my apprentice, I'll make it worth your while. What do you say?
I'll collect the tokens and look for your apprentice.
I suppose I could answer some questions, long as they're quick. I don't suspect Erothal will make it out alive, but there's no use prolonging the news.
You don't seem very worried about your apprentice.
What? Are you the kind of sap who sheds a tear for every idiot lost on a job? Huh? If you were so worried, what are you standing around here for? Go in and find her. Maybe she's still alive. Most likely not, but there's still a chance.
I thought you said she was your apprentice.
Not by choice. The guild shoved her in my lap and told me to start training. So far, all she's been good for is buzzing in my ear like some kind of meerkat. Besides, I'm paying you to look for her, aren't I? Good enough.
Fine. What about the cultists here? What happened to them?
No idea. A cult of Meridia doesn't usually make a big splash. But here in Somerset, well, they don't look kindly on Daedric cults. Even the nice ones. Not surprised someone wanted them gone. Well, no matter to me, long as I get those tokens.
Why does the Thief Guild want these tokens from Meridia anyway?
Not entirely sure, truth be told. All I know is they're worth something to someone. Why that is, well, it's not my job to ask questions, long as I get paid.
Very well. Alright, we got the tokens. Now we'll come back and do this in a second. I want to go ahead and finish out the rest of the delve. This is a pretty short one. We'll just go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll come back and do the next part of the main quest.
Someone out there? Help me out of this thing!
Finally free! Oh, sorry. No time to chat. I have to get back to Seeks. He must be worried sick.
No, he's not worried at all, actually. That's 4 delves down.
This way. We're almost there.
Raz is not fond of Daedric cultists, but no one deserves to die like this.
The Court of Bedlam are cowards. They struck us down without warning. I will try my best to get your friend an audience with the Lady of Light. The shrine is just inside.
Let's go.
Master, what did those bastards do to you?
Oh, it's not good. He's impaled.
Look what they did to his body. They defiled Meridia's shrine.
That light, that is not natural, yes?
Meridia, she calls to us.
My devoted priest, a loyal soldier, and an intrepid instigator. Step closer and bask in Meridia's light.
Why is the statue talking to Raz? Should it be doing such a thing?
We stand in the presence of the Lady of Radiant Light, my friends.
My followers murdered. My shrine desecrated. The other princes, this so-called triad, they must answer for these insults. But I sense a question in your mind. Speak, champion of Cold Harbor. Ask what you will of the Prince of Light.
Shiny, yes indeed. Your Golden Knight was captured and his sword damaged. We seek your guidance on how to repair it.
They dare to steal my vessel? To hold prisoner the agent I put in place to foil their despicable plans? My light shall not be snuffed out. My colored runes will not be compromised. You must set Darien Gautier free.
Darien Gautier from Cold Harbor, he's your vessel?
My vessel just thinks of itself as the mortal called Darien Gautier. In reality, Darien is my will and my power, inserted into your reality whenever my light needs to banish a darkness. I will admit my night changed after it met you, though.
What do you mean Darien changed?
The night had a single purpose, but somehow you complicated matters. Now the night actually cares. You and my vessel will both be required to stop the triad. You must enter Mephalah's realm and rescue Darien.
I retrieved the Dawnstar gem. Can it be used to reforge Dawnbreaker?
The gem cannot grow a new sword, but I can add to its power. Now you can use it to locate Darien in Mephalah's realm. Return to the Right Master and tell him what I said. Wait, how dare they? The Triad dares invade my sacred realm? This cannot stand.
Oh no, she's bleeding shadows from her eyes. The Triad's attacking your realm?
Meridia, my prince! She's gone. I can't feel her presence any longer.
Raz is certain that the nice statue will be fine. In the meantime, let this one take you someplace where you will be safe.
Razumdar.
Raz has seen many things.
Were sharks,
flying tigers, were sharks on top of flying tigers. But a talking light? Ah, Queen Irene will never believe it. How much trouble are we in, Five Claw? Be honest with old Raz.
A lot. The Daedric Triad wants the Crystal Tower and they're attacking the other princes.
Too much honesty is never a good thing. How do we battle Daedric princes? Raz supposes an army would help. An army always helps. Alas, Raz rarely has an army to call upon when he needs one the most.
The right master will think of something. We just have to find Darien and repair the sword.
And that involves traveling to places Raz never knew existed before all this started. No. Raz will see Sadara to safety and then do what he can to protect Somerset and the Crystal Tower. The Daedra fighting, Raz will leave to you, yes?
Very well, Raz. Alright, we're going to go and turn in this quest for the Delve, and then we're going to head back to Artaeum and proceed with the next main quest. We're making some pretty excellent time today. Veya's private thoughts. Oh, it's Veya from... This is Veya's thoughts from, Veya from Morrowind. We're nearing the end of our journey to Somerset, and I swear I'm going insane. It started when I noticed that some of the other passengers never strayed from the shadows. They kept to the lower levels in the darkest corners of the vessel. After I noticed them, they noticed me. They started talking to me, telling me to listen to the darkness all around me, to hear the voice of the Mother of Shadows. I have half a mind to put my blade through their creepy hooded heads and dump their bodies into the ocean. At least I know I'd sleep better at night. Something has stayed my hand, though. Maybe they're starting to grow on me, or I've been more lonely than I thought. So that even creepy, crazy shadow crawlers are beginning to make good companions. I suppose they have their uses. But this new thing, a voice in the darkness, that's really starting to disturb me. Now, it's not like I'm actually hearing voices, not exactly, but I do find myself talking to myself, and sometimes it feels like someone is listening to me. And as weird as it is to write this down, sometimes it makes me feel better. Maybe I just miss my mother, and I'm imagining that. I'm talking to her. She was innocent in all of this. I wonder where she is now. I couldn't bear to face her after I killed my father. She had already been through so much, and I didn't want to see the pain I didn't want to see the pain my actions, justified though they may have been, had caused her. Man, this is longer than I thought it was. No, I'm not crazy. I've been having dreams filled with talking crows and shadowy creatures, with towers stretching to the stars. These are dreams of darkness and a change for a new world. When I read the words, it seems like I should be afraid, but I'm not. There's a comfort to it all, as strange as it sounds. I think it's the Lady of Shadows. She's kind to me. She listens to me when I speak to her in my dreams. She holds me when I cry. She comforts me. This woman, she is more of a mother to me than my own mother ever was. She promised me, now we're going to fix the world so no one will ever suffer again or loses someone they love. Oh no. Oh no, Veya, what have you done? Well, that would explain why Veya's not working with Razumdar, but I wonder where she is. Alright, we're almost out of here.
I see that Erothel made it back in one piece. Thank the Hist. The guild might have docked my pay if she wound up dead. More importantly, did you find the tokens of Boridia in there?
Here are the tokens.
Good. I'll get these tokens back to the Thieves Guild. Honestly, this is one of the smoother operations I've been a part of. Sad as that is. Maybe one day we'll do another job together. Not likely, but maybe.
Can we get moving now? I'm just itching to get to our next assignment.
The itching's probably just a symptom of the venom. Next, your flesh will start to rot off. Seen it happen 1,000,000 times.
Cease, you're hilarious! I just can't get enough of your jokes. My skin's going to rot off. Oh, what will you come up with next?
Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. Riding down to the way shrine to make the trip to our town for free, 'cause there's no point in paying when I can just travel for free. Yeah, the central plaza used to be just absolutely stuffed full of people doing the quest in Artaeum. It was just absolutely, like, stuffed. Like, it would, like, lag out really bad when you came to the Temporal Tower because of how many people were in the area.
I see signs of the court's work throughout Somerset, but nothing of the court itself.
I think the Court of Bedlam has fewer members than we imagined.
Enough of this for now. Let's see what our friend has learned.
Right, Master.
You returned, but without the Dawnbreaker. Weren't you able to make contact with Meridia? Forgive my impatience. This inability to remember has me on edge. Go on. Tell me what you learned.
The court attacked the cultists of Azura and Meridia, but I was able to speak to Meridia.
The Court of Bedlam is eliminating the cults of the other princes? To what end? You said you were able to make contact with Meridia. Then why didn't she give you a restored Dawnbreaker?
We can use the Dawnstar gem to find the Golden Knight. He can restore the Dawnbreaker.
I suspected that might be the case. I'll send Valcerin with you into Mephala realm to rescue the Golden Knight.
Meridia said that her realm is being invaded. I think the Triad of Princes attacked Meridia.
A disturbing development, to be sure. But we'll have to hope Meridia can protect herself. I'll open a portal to Mephala's spiral skein when you're ready. Then you can use the gem to find the Golden Knight.
I'm ready.
Mephala's realm can be daunting, but I'll be with you the entire time.
Remember to stay focused on your destination at all times. Otherwise, you could get lost in myriad pathways of the Dreaming Cave. And whatever you do, don't lose that gem.
Don't worry, we won't. The Spiral Skein. Mephala, web spinner, teacher of the secret arts, queen of the 8 shadows of murder. Though others may reign over us, deep in the night we still hear your whisper, and we do not forget. We're stepping into the Oblivion realm of Mephala, everyone. Place where I don't think anyone's ever gone in an Elder Scrolls game before.
Are you there? I think we were separated.
Look how absolutely horrifying it looks. Nope, definitely not. Yeah, I mean, it looks really cool, but then it's also terrifying at the same time, especially when you add into the mix the giant spiders and scorpions. Oh, and look at there, it's a spider Daedra. Use the Dawnstar Gem.
I think there's something stalking me in here. Oh no!
Oh, and now we got Wasp, too. Dawnstar Gem.
Thank the stars. I can breathe again.
Hello, Val.
I couldn't breathe. As usual, you found me just in the nick of time. The beast that captured me, I've never seen anything like it.
Are you alright?
A little lightheaded, but I'll be fine. Now that we're together, we can focus on finding the Golden Knight. And if that beast shows its mandibles again, I'll be ready.
What kind of beast attacked you?
Something with the body of a giant spider. And, well, I'm not sure how to describe it. But it was a creature right out of my nightmares. Just what you'd expect in the realm of a Daedric prince. No matter. Let's go find the Golden Knight.
Alright, let's do it. Well, that didn't work. There we go.
That's the path revealed by the Dawnstar gem. What I wouldn't give to be able to use portal magic in here.
Yeah, I'm sure, instead of having to swim underwater.
That wasn't a pleasant experience.
Well, that should be hopefully the last time we have to do that. We're almost there, I think.
That light in the distance. It's brighter, out of place in this dismal setting. That must be the Golden Knight.
We're coming, Darian. We're almost there.
Mafala won't leave something as valuable as Meridia's Golden Knight unprotected.
Ah! You all fell into Vel's time freeze spell. Oh yeah, they're gonna regret this right now.
Fill your pretty mouth next.
I tried to warn them.
You're free, Darian.
I expected this rescue hours ago.
Your gratitude has a hollow ring, Knight.
Oh, I can be very grateful, my lady.
Maybe we should just leave him. I'm sure the right master would understand.
Oh, please, this is an old friend of mine. Hey, Darian.
Well, this is awkward. You're probably wondering how your old friend Darian became Meridia's champion and got stuck in all this sticky webbing. You know, it's a funny story, really. Probably better if I wait to tell it until after we escape from this realm.
You're the Golden Knight, the same one that's been trying to contact us?
Guilty as charged. Meridia sent me to offer my assistance, but those other princes, they kept interfering. And then I was dragged into this pit of spider harlots. Look, we can catch up on things later.
Pit of spider harlots.
Get out of here.
You're right, let's get out of here.
There's one small problem. We can't just walk through a door to get back to Tamriel. Believe me, I tried. How did you find me, by the way? Mephala specifically said she was putting me someplace where no one would ever think to look.
I've been looking for you a long time, Darian.
I knew my friends wouldn't abandon me, especially not you. Not after everything we've been through together. As happy as seeing you again has made me, you need to know that I am in no condition to fight at the moment.
Stay close, I'll get you out of here.
Let's get out of here. Meet me outside.
Alright, Val.
I can open a portal to the Dreaming Cave, but the ritual will take time, and will more than likely draw Mephala's Daedra. You need to hold them off until I can find a way back home.
I'll keep the Daedra busy until you complete the ritual.
I won't be able to assist you while I'm casting, and the Golden Knight doesn't appear to be in any condition to fight. I'm afraid you're on your own, my friend.
Isn't that always the way?
Let my voice penetrate the barriers between here and the Dreaming Cave.
Thank goodness for the Storm Astronaut.
Keep them back a few moments longer.
This fight was a lot harder the first time I did it, to be honest.
I can sense the portal opening, just by the stars. That spider thing.
You got it?
The portal has opened. Let's get out of here.
Alright, let's go. Everyone in first. I guess you have to go last, Val. Yeah, probably what I'll do is I'll finish up this main quest and then I'll just work on the collections that I need to do in the area instead of jumping straight into the next quest, and we'll jump into the next quest next time, because this will be number 5 of 9, so we'll only have 4 main quests left to go. So
Valcerin, take the knight to the healers. We'll deal with the sword later. In the meantime, I need to speak with our friend.
Hello, Ikesus?
You and Valcerin entered Mephala's realm and rescued Meridia's Golden Knight. I couldn't ask for more, my friend. I assume Darian believes he can repair the Dawnbreaker.
Darian said he could repair the Dawnbreaker sword.
I hope that would be the case. The Golden Knight will need to recover some of his strength first, though. Who knows what tortures Mephala and her creatures inflicted upon him. That's not a fate I'd wish on my worst enemy.
What did the three-digit princess hope to accomplish?
Who can say what drives such beings as these? To work with the Sea Slode, to pit their followers against the cultists of other princes, to launch attacks into rival Oblivion realms. Such actions boggle the mind.
How long before we can attempt to breach the barrier?
Knight Darian needs to recover his strength first and restore the Dawnbreaker. Then we can attempt to unblock the path and see where I took the heart of transparent law. For now, take this with my thanks.
Alright, complete quest.
While the Golden Knight recovers, we must make preparations for breaching the Daedric barrier. Since I can't remember where that particular pathway goes, We'll have to be ready for any contingency. I also need to tell you about another memory.
You remember something else?
My memories return slowly, a little at a time. While you searched for the night, a memory came back to me. A woman's voice, barely a whisper. Beautiful, but speaking in a language I can't understand. Repeating the same words over and over.
What do you think the memory means?
I suspect that the language is ancient. It may actually predate the languages of Tamriel. I feel that the memory is connected to the barrier in the Dreaming Cave, and where I hid the heart. My friend, we need to discover the meaning of these words.
I'll help you in any way that I can.
I hoped you'd say that. I sent Oriandra to my study to review my memory and see if she could translate the ancient words. I even suggested a scholar she could contact, an expert in ancient languages and obscure dialects. Go, check on her progress.
Do you have any idea what language the voice is speaking in?
No. I just feel that the words contain the key to where I hid the heart of transparent law. I do know the language is not native to Tamriel, or to anywhere on Nirn for that matter. It feels ancient, alien. I hope the expert recognizes it.
Who is this expert?
Forte, the Grand Maestro of the House of Reveries. We've shared research in the past, and he thinks the language could be related to tablets he once studied in Ebon Stadmont. Now go and see if Oriandra has made any progress by reviewing my memory.
All right. And like I said, we're not going to proceed to the next main quest just yet. We're going to go ahead and work on some of the collections a little bit before we end off the stream at the 2 hours and 30-minute mark. So we'll try to get a little bit further in our collections today. There's only 4 relics left to find if I did my count earlier, right? And I may have to look up one of them because I'm kind of blanking on where the last 2 are going to be. But we have a way of finding out our progress once I get the ones I know where they're at, which I'm going to go ahead and mark on my map while I'm thinking about it. Once I get the ones I know where they're at, we'll be able to turn in the ones that we have, and we can turn in the ones we have and then work on the finding the other ones. I can look them up where they're located, and I have this Somerset book that I got when the DLC came out, and it has all the information on Somerset. Also, there's another Stygic portal to close over next to the Doreni Acropolis, where we've already been previously, so we're going to run by there real quick and close that portal as well. Yeah, but we've got 4 more quests, so even if we only do 1 main quest a week, which I doubt we're only going to get 1 main quest done a week, we're definitely going to finish up before Blackwood comes out. But we might be finished in 2 weeks if we can do 2 quests every stream. If we can get 2 quests in every stream, we should be able to finish up. The the 9th quest is a short one. It's just a wrap-up quest. So we definitely can finish that one up in the same stream as we do the 8th quest in. It's the 6th and 7th quest that might take a while, so I don't know if we'll get them both done next week or not.
Ooh, a spooky cliff-top estate. What a fine place for a breach. All sorts of ghastly things happened here. I can tell you that. I'd shudder if I had shoulders. I'm kidding, of course. Mortal fear is hilarious.
Yeah, speaking of, I really wish she had called off her minions since I freed her from, her captivity. At least she could have done was, called off her minions from attacking me, but I guess that's too much to ask for. There's the time breach. Seal the time breach. Time breach sealed. There's one of the relics. Pillow of sweet dreams. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? What quest is that? Hello?
Those idiots ever learn how... Whoa, hey! What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Not that you don't have a right to be here, that is. It's just, well, a griffin nesting ground doesn't tend to be the best place for a stroll.
This place is so dangerous. What are you doing here?
Me? Why, I just got a little lost, is all. I would have left already if not for my friends. We were separated, you see, running away from those damn beasts. I'm not much of a fighter, so I'm just hoping they'll make their way out.
I could search for them.
Really? I have to warn you, the griffins in there are quite nasty. They do anything to protect their nests from invaders. But if you're willing, I'd be mighty grateful. Even pay you for your efforts.
I'll search the griffin's nesting grounds and find your friends.
If you find my companions, let them know to meet me by the way shrine, right down the road. And don't worry, I won't run off before you get your reward.
How did you end up so close to a griffin's nesting ground?
We were on our way to Cloudrest, but must have made a wrong turn. Somehow we ended up within this nesting ground. Of all the luck. As soon as we realized where we were, a whole flight of griffins came rampaging towards us. I barely escaped.
And your companions?
The way I see it, they're either dead or hiding. If they're dead, make sure to search their pockets, alright? I'd at least want something to bring back to their families.
Uh-huh, you're being really sketchy, lady. But we're not going to do that today. We'll pick that up. We'll do that eventually, but we're not going to do it right this minute. I don't have a whole lot of time left in the stream to do a little fetch quest, so... Really? Whitecap? I ran into a whitecap mushroom by accident. Oh no, I found the fan of false face. Oh great. I'm a monkey. Okay, now we're back to normal. You have returned to monkey, yes. And where did your hubris lead you? Yes, right back to monkey. Not even my first time as a monkey, actually. I got turned into a monkey during Cold Harbor's quest line as well. Joe may remember that quest. I know for a fact Krasman will remember that quest because it was a major part of the... well, it wasn't a major part, but it was a required part. There's another quest to pick up as well. We'll go grab that in a second. Okay, careful. Just cheat. There we go, Sky Shard. Could have landed a little bit better in the water there, Storm. Wait, did we close all the rifts? Hold on, we may have closed all the rifts. Ah, we closed all the rifts. We can get the Psijic skill line. Oh, I might go ahead and do that today. Oh yeah, some very sexy new skills. You know the skills that the Val lady has been doing? Like when we've been working with her? You get access to those skills, like the Psijic skills of the old ways. So you can like time stop and things of that nature. Once I finish with this Griffin, we'll pick up this quest, go grab the Way Shrine, and we'll head back to Artaeum to start that. Oh yeah, it's going to be great. Dearest Fullwin, I thought I could control it, or maybe it was just delusional, but the thirst grew and grew, and finally I attacked someone, killed someone, and it's with deepest sorrow that someone had to be your mother. Our engagement has meant the world to me, you meant the world to me, but please understand why I ran. If ever someone were to discover that I'd become a vampire, both our families would suffer. It's best I disappear now. I can still picture it. Larendil, the cool ocean breeze coming in, your face radiant, resplendent, shining in the sun as we walked among the streets. I wish, desperately wish, I could see it one more time. I wish. I'm determined to get this letter to you along with my family's pendant. I hope it will bring you some measure of comfort, something to remember me by, but with my current affliction, I fear contacting you now. Who knows what danger I might place you in, should I be unable to contain my thirst once more. I'm not sure how long I can continue living like this, but I need you to know the truth. Please understand, I do this for you. Lovingly yours, Nafaron. He doesn't have the eyes of a vampire. Okay. So we'll turn that in next time we're in Shimmerine. Alright, we're returning to Artaeum now. Who are the twins? FC Photo is one of them. Who's the other one? Oh, it's Grimace. FC Photo and Grimace are the twins. Okay. Maybe because he's dead? Maybe, but most of the vampires in the game, their eyes don't revert when they die, so it would be... I guess it's possible for it to happen if they've been dead long enough. Maybe the ones we've seen just haven't, are more recently dead, so that's why their eyes are still red, but typically a dead vampire's eyes remain the red color of a vampire. Lore Master.
Welcome back, Initiate. Have you done as I asked? Are the time breaches on Somerset Isle truly sealed?
Yes, I sealed all the breaches on Somerset.
Well done. Well done indeed. You already seem well versed in the cardinal virtues of our order. Altruism, foresight, precision in both thought and action. You will be a true asset to the order. Of that I am certain.
Thank you, Lore Master. What's next?
Speak with Josarja. She will want to know that the auger is safe, no doubt. Yes, I know all about its sudden disappearance. You did well in recovering it. I bade her give you something, your first step on the path. She awaits you in the Athenaeum.
Thank you. I'll go speak to Josiah.
Thank goodness you're back. I hope the auger didn't give you too much trouble. I know it can be a handful. Now, the lore master asked me to give you something. The first of many gifts.
What is it?
The most valuable gift. Knowledge. Please, use it carefully. When I learned my first spell, I accidentally banished a toad to the far ends of time. At least I think I did. It hasn't come back yet. Congratulations. You've earned it. And my thanks.
All right.
First-rate work in Somerset. Really, first-rate. Unfortunately, we have another problem. Are you ready to set out again?
Yes, what's the problem?
Our seers detected more of these
Poor toad.
breaches, this time in the Iliac Bay region, my homeland. The lore master and I will keep searching for the cause of the disturbances. In the meantime, we need you to seal them.
Alright, should I use the same gear as last time?
Yes. Take this map of the region, more Psijic seals, and the auger. I hope the breaches haven't grown more powerful. Stay safe, and just make sure Alakir weathers this, alright? I know, I shouldn't... I have to stay detached. Oh, never mind.
Don't worry, I'll seal those time breaches.
May the old way guide your steps. The lore master was very impressed by your work in Somerset. He's a hard mer to know, but he's always been generous with his praise. I just wish I could be a better student.
You think you're a poor student?
Well, not in the traditional sense. But don't get me wrong, I'm a very proficient mage. That's what caught the lore master's eye when
Toad
he
is
found
going
me in
before.
Alakir. I just struggle with some of the deeper lessons. The philosophy.
What lessons are you talking about?
The Psijic Order isn't just a collection of wizards. It's a world view, you know? A state of mind. It's not enough to be a talented mage. You have to learn to see things in a different way. To cultivate a detached and virtuous perspective.
You haven't done that?
Some days I think I'm making progress. Then other days, days like today, I see how far I have to go. A true Psijic would see all people and regions as equals. But for me, part of me never left the Alakir. My heart's still in the desert.
So you're more troubled by this happening in your homeland?
Yes. I would never admit it to the lore master. But yes, I'm sorry. I don't mean to bother you with this. You're just starting out after all. Just forget I said anything. Be safe.
Alright, let's take a look at the first skill we've unlocked. Or can unlock anyways. There isn't one, because we don't get it until number 2, because they suck. But we did get See the Unseen, which allows us to access Psijic portals. So now Psijic portals can pop up in the overworld, and I can loot them for nice loot and stuff like that. We won't get our actual first Psijic skill until we complete the next quest, which is Breaches on the Iliac Bay. And then we get access to the Psijic skill line rank 2. That's going to take a while, to be honest. It's one of those long things, so I'm going to put it on my to-do list, but we're not going to get it anytime soon, probably. We are going to get to it eventually. I promise that, but it's not going to be anytime, like, immediately. Just how long it takes to run through that quest. Oh, there's another quest here. I don't remember this one. What's this?
Oh, there you are. The Relic Master has been looking all over for you.
The first thing it gives you, yes. The Relic Master is looking for me? Why?
You know, I didn't think to ask. Maybe it has to do with the missing relics. Yes, that sounds about right.
Oh, you mean like relics that I have stuffed in my pack right now? Relics have gone missing from Artaeum? Shocker.
Well, yes. But the Relic Master didn't seem too upset by the whole ordeal. He probably already saw how we were going to get them back. Maybe you have something to do with that? Just go ahead into the college ruins over there. You can't miss him.
Alright, I'll speak to the Relic Master. Started the Vaults of Maltea. Amawita? I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Oh, was it today that you would arrive? Well, certainly seems like it. Welcome, welcome. I expected you would come, though perhaps not quite so soon. You're here about the missing relics, of course.
Yes, Andarodia sent me to talk to you?
Well, yes. Why wouldn't I want to talk to you? I've been waiting for your arrival. You see, this happens to be the Vault of Moawita, where the Sijic Order keeps its most cursed relics. It's a tad bit emptier than usual, though. We've had a break-in.
So someone stole the relics?
Exactly so. And you'll be the one to help us collect them again. Hopefully before anyone comes to harm. Why, these items could cause all sorts of mischief. First, though, let's have you read the Sijic Codex. That should help bring you up to speed.
If you know the locations, why do you need my help?
The Sijic Order doesn't interfere with much outside of Artaeum, I'm afraid. And the relics have already found their way to Somerset. The items are hidden, of course, but the Codex should point you in the right direction.
Why would the thief hide the relics?
I believe they're called dead drops, a location where one may place an item for another to pick up without raising suspicion. Our thief has hidden all of the relics for that express purpose. Of course, you'll be the one to pick them up now.
Alright, I'll read the book. And I'm just gonna open it and close it. List of dead drops. Oh, gotta use paper and quill to copy the codex. Alright.
All ready to head out then on your big adventure?
Yes, I copied the book. Throw the phasing was a bit strange.
Ah, sorry about that. Location magic isn't always what one would call precise. I can tell you that all these locations are somewhere within Somerset. That should hopefully narrow your search.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the relics?
Well, they're certainly dangerous. I wouldn't suggest touching any of them directly. Their side effects vary, but none are very pleasant, to say the least. Misery, insanity, incessant lute playing, that sort of thing.
Incessant lute playing?
It's much worse than it sounds, trust me. If you're still curious, I've collected research about each relic. Just read the scrolls placed before their display case. That should give you a good idea about their abilities.
Alright, I should just put the relic back in its display case?
Exactly. You'll just need to find the properly labeled display case in the Vault of Moawita and place the relic within it. That should help safely bind its curse. Well, it looks like you're all set. And here's a little something for your trouble. Now that you're all set for the journey, feel free to ask me any questions you'd like. I've never been one to ignore a healthy curiosity.
I'd like to know more about your position in the Sijic Order.
Oh, most certainly. The Relic Master of the Sijic Order, which has been me for quite some time, is in charge of collecting, researching, and maintaining relics of interest to the Order. Each of these relics tend to stand out in some way.
Stand out?
Generally, they're items too powerful for the Order to allow their misuse. Other times, they're just mysterious and in need of research. Naturally, those are my favorite. Each relic is, of course, sealed and carefully maintained as a precaution.
A precaution against what?
Why, all sorts of things.
I can't even begin to list the effects our relics might have on the balance of Nirn, should their power go unchecked. Not that we'd even let that happen, of course. They're carefully locked away expressly for that reason.
But someone was able to break in, weren't they?
Ah, you're able to get right to the heart of the matter, aren't you? The most aggravating part is, well, we saw it coming. Our order sees most important things in a fashion. Sadly, in this case, we were powerless to stop it.
Do you know how the thief got in the vault?
I'm afraid not. Whenever we try to envision the occurrence, or even who the thief is, all we see are shadows. The work of a dark magic, most certainly. I'd have been far more worried if I hadn't already known of your timely intervention.
Aren't you worried they might break in again?
Those who employ such dark magic, well, they don't tend to maintain control for very long. Power always has its price, and I suspect our little thief will have quite the hefty payment. For now, I'll go about my duties as I always have.
Okay. Let's turn. Look at all those lights that we have. Heart of Indrik. We don't have the silver-tongued quill. That should be all the ones currently in my inventory, I think. Yep, those are from Rothgar. So we're missing the silver-tongued quill, and we are missing the shattering sword and the hourglass of perceived time. Okay, so we're missing 3 relics. All right. All right. So next time we'll pick up with the next part of the main quest here on Artaeum. So I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to catch you next week. Thank you and bye.